guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for the support. I don't know about anybody else, but one thing for sure, I hate the delusional bloggers on social media, especially the set that don't live in Jamaica, but yet still, anytime anything happen in Jamaica, they have the most to say about it, And sometimes when you sit and you listen to them, what they're saying is far from the truth, nowhere near. When you listen to them, they have so much, and they speak like, okay, they understand exactly what is happening in Jamaica. And you see, when you look at it at times, a lot of them, they left Jamaica years ago. So them not understand. They will hear it in the media, but they don't understand what is happening. They don't understand the fact that you have people, they will know about situation, but they have to live in fear because they know that if they come and they talk, maybe themselves is going to end up 6 feet under. And because of that, guess what? Then keep their mouth shut. And you will listen to them and they will say, oh, why? This person is just speaking out against it. Why this person didn't do anything and so forth. Not understanding that here in Jamaica, you see, when it comes on to justice, our justice system, it's lacking. When it comes on to police protection, it's lacking. We don't have those luxury here in Jamaica because you will have someone, they will go to the police, report that a person is involved in certain things, and guess what happened? Funny enough, the same police who they reported to take it back to the person. You will have a case that you expect, okay, then it's going to go through the court, and when you file it, you will file it from 2022, and guess what? 2025, we're in now, nothing. You'll hear that, okay, you get a court date that is 2026. And when you look at that, you have to wonder why. You expect people to want to pause everything in their life, just to sit and wait. So because of that, whole heap of people, they don't. Life after them continue with their life. And because of that, they try to make things better for them. So you will have some, they migrate. And then a little bit after, you'll hear, okay, the witness is no longer in the island. We can't locate them. Case dismissed. All of that you have. So because of those issues that we have in our system, a lot of persons, whenever they see things and they know, they rather not to report it because they will say that, guess what? I rather to keep myself and my loved ones safe. So you see, everybody in the US, Caribbean countries, UK, Canada, you all can say what you want to say about persons here in Jamaica, why they don't take a stand, why they don't, because you're not here. You're not here, so you don't understand. You have communities when you have a child, persons will look at your child, your daughter who is just 14, and they will tell you, you know what, me I go want your daughter. And you might look at them and you ignore it, and guess what? Little bit after you hear say, oh, you know what, the boss sent for your daughter. Those are the situations that happen here in Jamaica. So if you don't understand what people have to go through, don't try to condemn people. Don't try to say that they uphold this and that because you don't know what persons here have to face. I know of a taxi driver that reported something that was taking place with him. And guess what happened? The next day him turn up and he stand. Him gone in a bus terminus. Him gone. Is no longer here with us on this land of the living. Him 6 feet under, cold, rotten, everything already. Because that is the situation here in Jamaica. So you have to understand what go on. You don't say when I want to sit down, I want to watch it on the media. You can jump to the conclusion that you want, but understand, say, hey, you don't have a clue what is happening. Even when Uno decides that Uno go come Jamaica, guess what? You'll realize that they will come Jamaica, they will stay for a week, couple days. Sometimes they stay in Ochi, they stay in New Kingston. They stay in those places that they are safe, the all-inclusive hotels, the Airbnb in the gated communities and so forth. So they don't witness firsthand what persons who are here every single day have to go through. So before uno come and uno talk about people this and people that, just try to understand what persons here in Jamaica have to go through. Now, people, yesterday, with everything, was one of the happiest day for a lot of us here in Jamaica when we realize that the police, they act in the way we want them to. Because sometimes you have these things and you not hear nothing. You hear say the person, oh, them capture him in gone. But when you look at social media, what is happening, you hear person saying that, oh, they witness it. If the police need any witness when in the come, they will give the statement. The amount of people when we hear on TikTok, I said them see when the man come with this and all sort of that. I saw one post where the person said that they were in Grenada and they witness it, just to show how serious this thing is. People taking it for a joke, but it was serious. And persons, it's the first we are rejoiced when we see somebody gone. When the police dirt somebody like that, is the first you not hear no roadblock, you not hear anything. And that just goes to show, say, hey, a lot of persons, they are not in agreement with what this young man was going on with. But guess what? Them not talk because they fear their life. They understand, say him have him G, and guess what? Sometimes when they have the G, it's not for sure. They're not afraid to use it. And that is what persons have to understand. So you might wonder, why did they allow him in the community, knowing what he did? Why did they do this? Knowing what? Hey, if a man come to you and have a G and say, yo, keep your mouth shut, what are you going to do? If somebody come with the G and say, yo, come out of this, I want this now, what are you going to do? And that is what I would want for persons to understand. Now, P. Diddy Combs case started. And I was listening to the news on my way home. And I was wondering, what the hell? Because when I hear about certain things that was done, I'm wondering, is this real? Did somebody actually sit and let someone do all of that to them because the person claims that them are blackmailer, they have video and so forth? And let me just explain to you why I wonder why ladies are so licky when it come on to money, especially to when man have a little thing and you believe that he can set you up in life, he can provide you with all the material things that you need for your comfort. Why ladies continue to sit in those situations like them not have no sense? Yes, I understand that from time to time you are afraid, but you can't tell me said during that 10 years something never come to your mind and say, okay, let me buy a plane ticket and go to another country, let me run and so forth. When I sat and I listened to this lady saying she had to set up the FREAK off, she set them up, and she was the one that participated in them, and she set them up. It became like a job for her to set up these parties where she, it seemed like, was one of the star of those shows. She said basically he used to kick, drag, knock her over when she stand up, and everything. And when you look back at the images that you see in public domain, you see a female sometime smiling, looking happy and everything. She said she didn't have much choice but to participate because she afraid in blackmail, afraid of certain things. But you have to wonder, for 10 years? And I think she don't realize, you see, when his attorney start, them are going to twist her, them are going to turn, because they're going to ask her, why did you sit in it for 10 years? If you believe it was so inhumane, why did you participate? Why did you set them up and all of that? And I wonder if females are really sitting down, especially those who are going through similar situation, because sometimes they make the man them fool them. If you say, oh, they love them, how them this, them want them to do this because they want to make the person happy, and they agree to it, not realizing when they come to you with these extreme acts, it's just the beginning. When they come and they're going to say to you that, okay then, I want for you to participate in this. I want to sit and watch another person doing this to you and so forth. And you might look and you wonder, why mom if I do that? And you agree because you said, okay, it's going to make him happy. You better believe it that come next week, he's going to come to you now, and he's going to say, okay, last week I did with him. This week I want to watch you, John, Paul, St. Peter, all of them, but all of them. That is how far it's going to reach. And then you are going to wonder, okay, then you want, and you're going to do it. And then you're going to realize it's just going to continue. Because this person realize that you're easy to manipulate. So them are going to use. And especially when they know, them have the bag, them pack it tall. When they know they can go and get you a range, then can get you the nice bags, the nice shoe, the Louis Vuitton, and all of that. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to try to spoil you with the gifts. Because they want to make you comfortable. They want for you to feel like you're special when them themselves knowing that, hey, that is just my toy. That is what happened. So when I sat and I listened to everything that this young lady was saying, I'm like, wow. Because I know that maybe in the beginning of the relationship, she was like, okay, fine, I will do it. Okay, fine, I'll do it. But maybe when it reached closer to the end, well, close to the time when they're supposed to split and the knocking and all of that coming up, maybe he eventually knocked sense into her head. And that's when she realized that what she agreed to no make no sense. And it is such a sad state to see what young ladies have to put up through with whenever they want the career to get kickstart, whether it be in the entertainment industry, in a company, and so forth, because they don't realize that, guess what, the only way you can guarantee that you're going to reach to the top, and be at the top is when you work your way up. You see, when you try to tag on someone and expect that that person is going to take you there, that person is going to take you down, because that person is going to realize that, hey, because you want me to do this, they're going to manipulate you, they're going to use you, and you're going to realize that your career becomes stagnant. It's not going nowhere, because all you're focusing on now, is making this person happy, fulfilling all of this person's fantasy. And then at the end of the day, you're the one that is going to live with the emotional traumas that this person put you through. Because you better know, all of them thing in her mouth where she get, me sure knows her right now, sometimes when she sit down and she think about it, she must cry. She must wonder if she had did one damn fool. That's what I believe. But people, please be careful who you go in relationship with. Be careful what type of wish you want to grant. If you're going to be a genie with sense, not be a foolish one. So guys, thank you so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.